What's special about being single in Indonesia? These four young people are swimming against the tide. In deeply religious Indonesian society, marriage is the ideal. If you don't conform, you stand out.
Divorced women are seen as seducers of men. My parents are always asking when I'll get married.
Why are you pressuring me? I can find love myself. Whether single, looking for a partner, or divorced, what happens when young Indonesians decide to go their own way in matters of the heart? Fakhri Akbar Maulana appears to have it all. Loving parents, plenty of friends, a university degree and a doctoral post in Singapore. There's only one thing missing, a wife. My mum would regularly introduce me to random women every 2 or 3 weeks. She'd say, "Son, I have a friend. Would you like to get to know them?" And I just thought, why are you pressuring me? I can find love myself. I'm fed up with this. It's affecting my self-confidence. Do you think I can't do it by myself? Fakhri is 26 and aiming to start work on his doctoral thesis. Marriage? It's just not a priority. But his mother says the clock is ticking. According to the Indonesian Statistics Office, the average age of marriage for men is 27.1 years and 22.4 years for women. Often individual plans and goals can't withstand the weight of social expectations. But what do traditional Indonesian parents want? To help us understand, Fakhri calls his mother.
As a mother, this is how I see it. As soon as he has his own family, he'll have more responsibility. That's why when he moves to Singapore for his PhD, I'd like him to have a companion, someone to lean on, a steady anchor, along with his parents.
Fakhri used to make his own decisions, with support from his dad. But since his father's death, he knows he'll do his mother's bidding. With more than 280 million inhabitants, Indonesia is the world's most populous Muslim nation. The country has around 17,000 islands. And as well as the cultural diversity that this brings, society is characterized by religion and tradition. Marriage is regarded as the foundation of and prerequisite for a good Muslim life. It's a social duty towards society and the family, a pressure that's also taking its toll on Fakhri Maulana. I'd like to find my life partner myself. My mum was always introducing women to me, her friends' daughters and so on. Which left me thinking, why can't I do my own searching? Who am I? Fakhri decided to try Ta'aruf, a dating process that complies with strict Islamic values. Romantic meetings between men and women are taboo, so instead formal introductions take place with a facilitator. These are aimed at securing a quick, binding marriage commitment. Previously organised within families, today Ta'aruf is increasingly taking place online. Prospective participants register and answer questions like, what does success mean to you? How ready are you for marriage on a scale of 1 to 10? Or, should a wife be permitted to work? Couples are matched depending on their answers.
If we're getting to know each other through Ta'aruf, there are clear boundaries. Men and women are separated. This means we don't meet face-to-face often. And online, you can get to know the other person better initially. Maybe we've got the same vision and mission in life.
Will Fakhri find love this way? At the same time, a parallel online world has developed in Indonesia. With apps like Muzmatch, Taruf ID, or Time Left, young people are searching for love in a balancing act between liberal self-image and conservative control. Husnul Khotimah is one such app user. Although she's got a good job in television, that's not enough for her family.
My parents are always asking me when I'm getting married, especially because I'm the eldest child. So every Wednesday I take part in this dinner organized through the app.
Jakarta, a metropolis with more than 10 million residents, a place where it's sometimes difficult to meet new people. Dating apps don't just offer the chance to find love, but also a sense of community.
You need to come with like an open mind and an open heart where you get to talk about anything at all, because that's the way that the dinners are structured. And if you find love, that's a bonus. But it's not the main purpose. The main purpose is to be together with like-minded people or different people in different industries, have a great time on a Wednesday night, and build meaningful connections.
Even after couples embark on the marriage journey together, smooth sailing isn't always guaranteed. For many, that's when the real pressure begins. If the outcome is divorce, society often takes a very dim view. This although, just as in other countries, the divorce rate in Indonesia has been steadily rising. The Indonesian Statistics Agency says the number of divorces is increasing by an average of 6% each year and has more than doubled since 2007. 70% are initiated by women, a surprising fact. In Indonesia, singles already feel a lot of social pressure. But why do divorced people have an even harder time?
Oh, it turns out Indonesia is still old-fashioned. Divorcees are accused of being seducers of men or unable to stand on their own 2 feet. Basically, the image is negative.
Melly's been divorced for 3 years. The couple separated much earlier, after she caught her husband cheating, she says. The decision wasn't an easy one for her, not least because in Indonesia, there's inadequate legal protection for women. Indonesian marriage law views the husband as the head of the family. When couples separate, women often end up sacrificing both economic security and social support. After years without professional experience, many divorced women struggle to get back on the job ladder. And they're also confronted with social stigma.
The worst thing in Indonesia is that many men think they can just make a pass at me. And most of them are married.
While women struggle with social exclusion and financial insecurity, divorced men are under pressure to stabilize their social status as quickly as possible and enter into a new marriage straight away. People say, oh, he's divorced, but cool, he's wealthy, he's done well. But these expectations from society are a huge burden for those affected. Thurman got divorced 3 years ago. It was a hard decision for him too. But in this case, religious differences were to blame for the split. His family supported him. Today, his 5-year-old son lives with his mother and grandmother. Visiting him is a rare treat. Thurman would like to see more empathy. For men too, seeking help should be a matter of course. I'd like to talk things through and get advice. If you bottle everything up, it often leads to psychological problems. I see that time and time again. It's absolutely legitimate to look for a space to move on.
why not? Gak ada salah sih.
especially for people with a similar background to mine.
Notabene-nya sama kayak gue, buat nyari ruang, ya buat melanjutkan hidup.
Melly's found her space, a support group. Save Janda, or Save Divorced Women, tries to help women rebuild their self-esteem after divorce and restore a sense of hope. 80% of the women at Save Janda are victims of domestic violence, the primary reason for a divorce in Indonesia.
We're talking about
Women in this country are still second-class citizens. Men simply have more opportunities. Being a woman in Indonesia is a challenge in itself, let alone a divorced woman. And if you've got children as well, and you're a single parent, it's a double challenge.
Mutiara Prohuman, the founder of Save Janda, says, as long as Indonesia's patriarchal culture persists, the stigmatization of divorced women will continue. Returning to Fakhri, he's got news for us. The Taruf was a success. There's a woman in his life, and we ask if a wedding's on the cards.
And will you get married?
God willing, there'll be a marriage.
Are you happy?
Yes, thank God. After a long search, many introductions and detours, we finally made it. A few months later, Fakhri marries his fiancée Andine in a Muslim ceremony. Whereas some are happy to honour societal expectations and traditions, others make a conscious decision to do things differently. The stories of Fakhri, Husnul, Thurman and Melly show love is private, but how it's dealt with is political. Treading the fine line between familial pressure, religious duty and growing self-confidence, Indonesia's singles are trying out new ways to live.